Hey guys! Okay, what we're talking about today is crappy eyeshadow palettes, alright? Everybody ends up with crappy eyeshadow palettes and, okay, so this is gonna get me in trouble, but usually what I do is I have a big bag of them and I take them over to my mom's house. And I'm like, look at all these eyeshadow palettes. Are you interested? Do you want them? Yes, you can have them. So sorry, Mom. Try this trick, Mom. You'll like it. So, you know, you end up sometimes with some dud palettes. And if you don't want to unload them on your friends and family and you want to hang on to them and try to make them work, then maybe this trick will help you out. So what I have done is I've gone to the Dollar General, okay? Where else can you find crappy eyeshadow palettes? And I got several different options. These are by Broadway, and I've got Broadway, I have LA Colors. Honestly, this one is the worst. This one is the purple matte LA color, zero pigmentation whatsoever. The Broadway Golds kit. Then I have two LA color palettes, a purple one and a pink one, that these were all around $3, but when they have this orange sticker on there, apparently at the Dollar General, that means they're half off. So I think I gave $1.50 for these two. But we're not playing with those. We're gonna actually try to make a look that, well, this look, okay? So I'm gonna show you how I did it and show you how to salvage a really crappy eyeshadow palette and how to make it work. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, watch my tricks, and subscribe to my channel, of course, okay? And let's get right into it. Okay, so just like always, no matter if you've got a great palette or not so great palette, I always start with a good primer. Okay, I can see how this video is gonna go. So this is the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and that's what we are going to use to prime our eyes with. And I've just lotioned up my hands so nothing wants to open for me. Alright, so mine is a janky, jacked up little applicator from the get-go. When I first got it, that's what it looked like. So thanks, Urban Decay. But anyway, put a little of that on to get started. I don't see how people do this with nails. I'm wearing fake nails because I had an event to go to and I had been painting a prop for the studio and I could not get the paint out from under my fingernails, and so I desperately had to cover them up, and now I can't get it off. So I feel like I have talons and they look like old lady fingernails, so probably because I have them on backwards. Anyway, I don't wear nails because I can't push the buttons on my camera, and that, I feel like, okay, I can't push the buttons on my camera if I have nails on, so this is different. We'll see, one of these is gonna go flying off here any second. Alright, I've got a variety of crappy palettes. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. We're gonna go with this one. This is the Broadway eyeshadow palette. It is called Metis, M-E-T-I-S. Its swatch is actually kind of decent. I mean, that's not too bad. They're just super powdery and they don't, well, now that's gonna blend in because I have lotion on my hands. This is just not a high quality palette. Just take my word for it, not the greatest palettes in the world. So here's what we're gonna do to make them workable, okay? I'm not gonna say this is gonna be Too Faced quality, but we're gonna make this usable. All right, so your options are, this is what I used to use back in the day. I would use eye drops. Visine is great. These are not even Visine. These are Kroger brand. You can use setting spray, which everybody pretty much knows about that when you're going to, you know, wet your brush to apply pigments and glitters and make those stick. And the reason why I'm not going to start with that, because yeah, you're going to want to finish. You're definitely going to want to put a setting spray over these to make them adhere. So you need a good quality setting spray, but that's not what we're going to use as our mixing medium. Our mixing medium is actually called Mixing Medium. Here it is by NYX. It's $7 at Ulta. I know, big spender, right? So if you get a $1.50 eyeshadow palette, you may not want to even bother going and spending $7 more on a mixing medium to try to save the $1.50 eyeshadow palette, but okay, so we're gonna just play with it and see what we can do anyway. I'm just gonna use this $1.50 palette to mix on versus trying to go get something else to do it on. We're just gonna mix it right here in the in the case. All right, so I put just a little tiny drop. This is it. It's probably never gonna be focused on. This little drop of the mixing medium, and I'm gonna pick up the color and mix it with the mixing medium, right? Novel idea. We're just gonna do it this way. Pick up some on, and I've just got a cheap quality brush here that, actually I don't even know if that's picking up anything. So let's mix the mixing medium into the pan, which you probably wouldn't want to do this if it was a great palette. I can't tell that that's picking up anything. Let's see, did it? Yeah, okay. And I just put it somewhere that I probably wouldn't have normally put it. All right, we're gonna try to pull it in the crease. And this is going to be almost like, well, it is working, not almost, it is. It's working like liquid eyeshadows because these are gonna be like a creamy product now. Okay, so, okay, all right, okay. I just watched My Cousin Vinny and I feel like, okay. Y'all probably have no clue what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna pick up this shadow, and it might even have some mixing medium still on it since I mixed it in the pan, but hopefully you can get the idea. And I'm just gonna put it on my brush and put it here without the mixing medium. Okay, can y'all see the difference? Holy smokes, you can see the difference, right? Look at that. There's nothing there. See, do you believe me now? Crappy palette. All right, so this is what you'd be working with without the mixing medium. That's a what was that face? That's a major difference. So this, okay, now definitely I'm gonna try to pick up some of the dry product and put it over the top of that to blend it because it does look a little patchy at the moment. But we're gonna keep working it. We're gonna make this work, y'all. So what worked the best, the instructions say on the mixing medium to pick up your shadow and then put it over here in the medium, and that would keep from contaminating your shadow, because I can see where there's like a slick spot on this that has the mixing medium where it's dried down. This palette is not great, and so to try to pick up enough shadow and bring it over here to the mixing medium, that's not working so great. I mean, we'll try it here, but no, that didn't work so great. So what I'm doing is picking up the little bit of product and mixing it here in the pan. If that bothered you, you could do it the way the instructions say to, but I'm not really worried about trying to salvage this palette. I mean, that is what I'm doing. I'm trying to salvage the palette, but to keep it pristine and perfect, that is not gonna happen. And this is the worst brush. Not so bad, not so bad. If it does look patchy, because this is the powder version, we're gonna pick this up again on my brush since I did it on the other side, and then just zip the powder over the cream finish. Now, that's not bad, okay? That's getting us somewhere. We're saving this palette with this amazing mixing medium. If you didn't want to spend the $7 on the mixing medium, why wouldn't you? But anyway, this stuff is amazing. This is great. I mean, to be able to salvage, to be able to work with this, that's a cool thing. You know, and we've all got palettes that you get from Grandma Rose or whoever, you know, you get palettes, or you think this is going to be a great palette, you get it home and you're like, gosh, this is, it just dusts off to nothing. Try this. Try it. You might like it. Okay, so the other option is this saline solution. This is a massive, massive bottle. I'm not sure how much I paid for this. I think around $4, $3 or $4. And this is the same kind of stuff as eye drops. But this is just handy because everybody has eye drops. You might not have saline solution, but you might have eye drops. So I'm gonna show you what you can also do. The reason that the saline solution works better than the setting spray, in my opinion, is because the saline solution has salt in it, okay? And so when the water evaporates, that salt sticks to your skin. I mean, you can't feel it, but it's just a micro fine salt that sticks to your skin. Kind of like, you know, when you sweat and the sweat evaporates and you have that saltiness on your skin and it's stuck to your skin. That is the theory with the saline solution. So all I'm gonna do is put a drop or two on my fancy palette and get my brush. And this time, let's go with this more, I can't tilt it because I've already put my drops on here. We're gonna go with the one across from the sable that is a bronzy brown. And so I'm gonna do the same thing, get my brush wet with that, paint it into this bronzy brown color, and then now we're gonna come right in here. Can y'all see that there's a little difference of color between the first one and the second one? Picking up my bronzy brown with my saline solution, making it kind of a paste is what we're doing. And you could say, well, you could just do that with water. Yeah, you could. You could just make it wet and do your shadow with wet eyeshadow, but when it evaporates, you're still left with this powdery, not pigmented, not gonna stick, not gonna stay mess. So the fact that this has the saline in it, when it dries, it gives it a little more grip. And just to show you that we can use the Visine, another trick with this, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I can't even get it open. It's got a child thing on it. Okay. Visine we're gonna use now. Well, this is not Visine, what do I call it that? It is sterile eye drops. Visine. All right, so let me try to clean off this brush. There's actually color coming out, which is good. All right, so let's go. We're gonna put in the center and kind of all the way, well, the center over to the corner. And so for that, what color do we want to use? Let's go with a berry color because I want y'all to be able to see. Okay, so it's this berry color. Why do I forget to show y'all what color until after I've already put my liquid on there? All right, so we're picking up the berry with the Visine. I have cleaned my brush off. I wiped it off, y'all. All right, so the berries go in here. Ooh, hello. I don't know how springy this look is. I guess I wasn't really going for spring. I was going for, let's see if we can salvage this shadow palette. Hey, and I think we are. Look at that. That's color. The color that I picked up, in case you want to rush out and buy this palette, is this berry color right here. It may be a little dry now. I may have to pick up a little more Visine. I'm being a brand snob, aren't I? It's not Visine. Kroger Sterile Eye Drops. I think I need to blend that with a better brush because that's terrible. All right, so I've got a brush here. I'm just gonna see about going along the edge of that. I mean, we're not going for the most dramatic eye look in the world. How many times am I going to say it? We're just trying to save this palette. So my point is, you can use any of these three things. This shimmer, this is the lightest shimmer. This little kind of champagne color right there in the middle. Champagne shimmer. I'm going to put that right in the center of my lid. And so I'm going to go back. Actually, I don't have to do that. I have a little left. I've already squirted it out, so it's happening. All right, so just dug the nail in the berry shade. And I'm going to pick up my mixing medium that we squirted out. This is by NYX, so this is the actual mixing medium. And I'm gonna pick up that champagne color right there in the top middle, and we're gonna go right here in the middle of the lid. Hey, that is not bad. Look at that. Not the greatest. But let's see, if we were gonna use it with our finger and put it over here on this side, it actually applies better with finger, doesn't it? This is just straight off of the palette with no mixing medium, and you see how it just went to dust powder? Not good. Yuck. Mixing medium on my finger. Gosh, that's so powdery when you do that. I mean, it just goes everywhere. But I'm gonna try to pat it in. And it does apply a little better. I'm just not a fan of that look right now. Yeah. Okay, well, you can't win them all, right? It's not terrible bad. I don't know if y'all can see. It's just a little, it doesn't have much shimmer in it. It's just, oh, there's a fuzz on my eye. It doesn't have a whole lot of shimmer. It's just kind of a dusty, makes my eyelids look really old. There's 12 shadows in this, so The one shimmery weirdness, yeah, and kind of overlook that one. We're playing with the colors. So now we just kind of have this berry and the brown and all that. Let's go with one of these two purples to show you how intense we can get it. So let me show you first if I do it without any help. Let's go with this middle purple. It's a little more vibrant than the one, this one's a little darker. So I'm picking this up on my brush, tapping it off, and come right in here. And you guys, I see nothing. I don't think that did anything. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to my little wet brush that I've been playing with, and we're gonna do, what do we wanna do? Let's do the mixing medium again. So, picking up some of that. Up here is the mixing medium. I picked up some of that, and now I'm going to work it in and pick up some of this purple, and we're gonna come right here on the outside edge. Yeah, we're getting some color. Wow, look at that versus this side. This side, I have fallout down there, and that is what I got. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right, let me pick up. I sounded like my Aunt Susan right there. Hi, Aunt Susan. Okay, so picking up a little bit more, doing this side, really trying to cover up some of that powdery galactic champagne color that just basically was old lady's skin in a palette. Just old dusty, yeah, antique. That would be a good, it makes you look antique if you use that color. Let me open another palette. Sorry y'all, jumping from one palette to the other. Okay, the LA Colors ones were pretty bad. Another thing that you can do with the mixing medium or the Visine is you can make an eyeliner with it. And so this is the clearance palette. I think this one was $1. And this one's by LA Colors, the Glam palette, 18 shades. Okay, so eye drops, and I'm going to try to work with this black shade in the middle, which is more like a charcoal gray. So it's not gonna look black, it's gonna look charcoal gray because that's what we're starting with. So we're gonna put our drop out there on the palette. All right, so I'm gonna pick up my eye drops just a little bit onto my brush. I don't want it soupy wet, so I'm kind of wiping it off a little bit, and then we're gonna run it through. Actually, here's a glittery charcoal, so let's see what we can make with that. Okay, so I think that I've got what I can on my brush, and I'm just going to use it like an eyeliner. Hey, that is not bad. You can do this with a good palette. You don't have to have a crappy palette. If you want to make an eyeliner out of your shadows, just keep a thing of eye drops handy. This eye we're going to do with the mixing medium, so we have something to compare to. So this was just the Visine. I don't really see much difference. Mixing medium or Visine, either one. Did I get it all on there pretty good? I'm just going to try to blend this a little bit more. It's not super bad though. And I've got it a little higher on this side than on this side. So let's see what we can do with that. Y'all notice that? Did you already see that? You probably did. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to go ahead and do some eyeliner and mascara, probably pop on some lashes, okay? So I'll be right back with that finished look. Okay, so here we are. Let me drink my tea. Okay, so I think that works. And I have filmed several more videos, and I still have the pigmentation that we left off with. So I'm really happy about that. The lip color that I'm wearing today is the Maybelline, I love this stuff, Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. This is amazing. It lasts so good. And the color is Seductress. So if you're interested in that, that's what I'm wearing on my lips. All right, so there's our final look once we've tied that in with a little shadow underneath the eyes. And then I've got lashes, mascara, lipstick. I just told y'all what I'm wearing, and that's it. So to finish it off, I am gonna do a setting spray. I wanna give this eyeshadow the best chance that it could possibly have. This is by Heritage Store. It's rose water and glycerin. You can get this off Amazon. This is a huge bottle, y'all. Like 8 ounces, and I think I got 2 of them. I did. I got 2 together for like $15. So I'll put the link for that if y'all have not heard of the Heritage Store. But this is rose water and glycerin. Great setting spray. Okay. And you can use as much as you want to because you have a whopping 8 ounces of that. All right. So now that I am rose watered up, and it smells great. It smells so pretty. My eyeshadow is set. I am ready to go start the day. So if y'all have enjoyed this video on how to take a crappy eyeshadow palette and make it, what would be a great word for that? Crappy to crunchy is all I can. That's not good. Crappy to happy eyeshadow palette. So if you've enjoyed this video on how to take a crappy eyeshadow palette and make it a happy eyeshadow palette, then please subscribe to my channel, and you can also hit that little notification bell because YouTube won't tell you when I have a new video out unless you do that. So do that. All right, y'all have a good afternoon, and I will see you on the next one.